Hello there, welcome to Weaves of Waves. Here we go. I know, I'm in my van. I think I've got my video camera all sorted out. I have no upload internet at home right now, so I'm having to go out and do it here. I'm sitting in a lay-by somewhere, and the daffodils are out, and the daisies and the dandelions, and the spring is sprung, but I think it was hit by the frost last night. It was ice on the windscreen. Woo, brr. Anyway, so yeah, I've just done 2 hours of gardening. I now smell of manure a bit. Been manuring vegetable patches, laying grass seed, digging away. Yeah, I know, in a white shirt, which is crazy, but it came in a packet of 4, and basically it's in a packet of 4. It's my gardening shirts, and so I'm wearing white. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it clean. So yeah, it's been a very difficult time sort of with internet, so I've got to adapt and survive and move on. It's also, yeah, a little bit depressing. The world is looking a bit depressing. When you scratch the surface, God, it's hard not to think we're all doomed. I really shouldn't, it's usually 2 hours of gardening sorts me out, but I've been listening to various podcasts, and I'm very fond of Simon Crowder, Louder with Crowder, but it's getting really hard to hear his stuff. And people like Hugo Talks and the Lotus Eaters, it's all been banned off YouTube. And yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find these people just to listen to them because, well, I mean, I find Stephen Crowder, very, very amusing. He talks very fast for us English, and he makes rude jokes about pretty much everybody, so everybody can get offended. But he teaches me a lot about American culture and the subcultures and the news that's going on, and quite frankly, I'd rather go to him for news than any mainstream media, which is probably the problem. The other ones is, of course, the Lotus Eaters. Now, I enjoy them a lot because they teach me the history of all kinds of things, like sort of history of British imperialism and slavery and things like that. And yeah, why wasn't this covered when I was at school? There's like so much knowledge and information out there, and it's like, where was it? Why didn't I get to hear about that? It's like the history I was taught was kind of edited. Yeah, so it's getting harder and harder to find any news, and I feel like I'm shouting out into the abyss, and sometimes the abyss shouts back. I appreciate your comments. I'm getting a little bit sort of, I don't know, disheartened by the state of the world. I'm unvaccinated. I'm going to be a second-class citizen in this country pretty soon. So yeah, and yeah, I don't know how I'm meant to respond to that. I'm meant to shut up and just go and get a vaccine, but it's bad for my health. Last time I ended up in hospital after a vaccine. I don't want to do that again, so I'm not saying vaccines are bad. You get into trouble if you say things like that, but for me, I can't have a vaccine. So I'm a second-class citizen. I'm going to be downgraded into non-existence. So I'm not sure what my voice is worth these days. Free speech, making a difference, even if it's a small one, trying to replace fear with hope. Those were all my goals when I started here. And my voice will now be suppressed and pushed into the background. I don't get, I'm shadow banned, I think, on Facebook. Not half as many people see my posts as it used to. And I'm okay with that, it's fine. I've got some of my posts, I post it just to be bloody-minded and sort of stubborn. But it's just like, well, what is the point? Where am I going with this? What do I hope to achieve? And I don't know right now. Right now, I doubt whether I'm making even a little bit of a difference. So people are going to make their own choices, and I'm absolutely, you read up, you go up and you find out all the information that you can, but the information that you find now online is so different from the information I grew up with. I was taught to question, and I don't find many people questioning these days. And that worries me. That worries me a lot. I don't know where to go. with it. So, okay, so you go back to the manure. You shovel some shit for 2 hours, and yeah, that gives you the grounding that you need to sort of continue. And so, yeah, I'm going back to, well, this is obviously my job, and I've got people that rely on me to come and sort of sort their gardens out, and there's customers out there, and that's good. So maybe I should leave the free speech and the talking on video, publicizing, standing up. See, this is where I thought I would be standing up and saying, right, this is my truth, this is hopeful, this is coping mechanisms, this is how I make it work. But if I don't know, maybe there is times when I don't know if I can make it work, and I don't want to show you the depressed and miserable and jeepers, are we doomed? We're all going to die. Run for the hills. I don't actually want to do that because I don't believe it 100%. It's just sometimes the percentages creep up and it gets a little bit dark, and I will get dark. It's a new moon. It's going to be a dark moon, and it's going to be sort of all the hormones go up and down, and I start worrying, and yeah, it's looking around, and I don't feel hopeful. I don't feel hopeful today. And so, do I feel fearful? No, I'm angry about it. I'm pissed off because I don't want this sort of world for my children. I really, really don't. So I have to stand up somehow. I don't know how to fight back on this. Everybody's saying, wake up, wake up. Fuck off. Wake up to what most of us are aware, but what are we meant to do about it? We're not allowed to protest. We follow the rules, and the rules don't help. So saying wake up is stupid. Give us a solution. Give us something to do, because I don't want to go protest. I don't feel that protesting helps. It just puts your name on a list and you end up sort of in violent situations. And I am anti-violence because I think that the other side is a lot better at the violence side of it than I am. In other words, police and army and things like that, they know how to deal with violence. So going up against them, they know how to deal with that. It's not going to work. Petitions don't work. Voting doesn't work. Okay, somebody somewhere has to find a solution to... Maybe I have to find a solution. My solution is to go and dig manure. Dig the shit. So I don't know what I'm looking for here. But I'm looking for a way to fight. A way to take action against something that I feel strongly about. And I don't know if making videos is actually helping. It's just adding fuel maybe to the fire, and I want to put water on the fire. I want to put the fire out. Ah, dear. So yeah, podcasts, other people, knowledge and information. Fall back on what you know. Fall back on what the basics are. Go back to basics. Basics is the elements. 4 elements if you're Western. Eastern, 5 elements. Easterns put metal and wind and stuff. But earth, air, fire and water. Those are the basics. Those are the foundation. Everything springs from that. And then you have the background, which is the Tao, the spirit, for want of a better word. Earth, air, fire and water. So I'm falling back on what I know. Because what I don't know has got too big. I don't know how to go forward into the future. I don't know how to lead my children. I don't know what to say to you guys. There's very few of you out there. I've got it's like, okay, I'm minor. I am so small in this. What difference am I making? So that's where life is for me, and so I'm falling back on earth, air, fire and water. This is going back to my witchcraft days, where, yeah, it's a good grounding. It's good grounding. So, yes, we had fire the other day. Water, yes, I've been playing with water and earth, got very muddy. Air, let's go and sort of soak up the breeze, because I need it internalized as well as external. It's got to be on both sides of the fence. Whoops, I have to go. It's, yeah, love you and leave you. Take care of yourselves and each other. I love you lots. Bye now.